Hello and welcome to our apartment. We live here in New York City in a two-bedroom, two-bathroom apartment with my husband Thomas, who's behind the camera at the moment, with my baby dog Oreo and my baby human Julia, who is 1 year old. So as you enter the apartment, the first place that you see is the kitchen here on your right, and then on the left we have a closet that has the laundry and a small pantry. But we're not gonna tour the kitchen first. We're gonna go straight to the main area of our house. So come on over. Welcome to our living room. This is the main hub of our home, of our apartment. And honestly, this is the place that really made me fall in love with this place. When we first toured the apartment, when it was all empty, I saw these big windows, all this natural light coming in, the Manhattan skyline right behind us. And I was like, the search ends here. This needs to be our apartment. And I say that this is like the heart of our home because this is where we usually eat dinner. It's also the place where we host friends or family that come over. And during the weekends, it also turns into Julia's playground. I really have like the best memories of our apartment, I think, in this place. In terms of furniture, we have an L-shaped sofa. This one is from IKEA. We got it for our previous apartment. We have our gallery wall. I basically did like copy and paste of the things that we had back in Germany and I brought them here to the US. We also have our TV stand and our TV. And here in the back, we have this plant. This is a birds of paradise. And when we first got it, it was actually like 5 feet high. And now it has grown to, I don't know, like 8 feet, 9 feet. It's really, really tall, as you can probably tell. I basically gave it lots of water, lots of sunlight, lots of love, and the plant gave me some love back. And we also have Julia's toys and books here. When she was first born, we started like a small collection. You know, we have 2 things and 3 things. And then as she grew, this collection grew as well. We now have 5 baskets filled to the brim with toys, and we have around 20 or 30 books. I don't know if this is like the ideal space. I would probably like them to be in a different room, but right now this is not the situation. But I'm sure that in our next apartment, Julia's going to have her own space and we'll be able to move all her toys and books and everything into her own room. And from the living room, you can head off into this little nook. So this is like an extra space that we have in the apartment. Even though this is a 2-bed, 2-bath, we have this space that could maybe count as a small room. And this is Tom's office slash man cave slash corner, something like that. Here he has his desk, he has his many computers, gadgets, cameras. We also have some booze, some Oreo snacks. Oreo has her little corner over here as well with a bed, food bowl, water bowl, everything. And if you're from Argentina, you might recognize the flag that he has on the wall. Overall, I think that this is a really great space. We use it as a second office, but in your case, if you have some extra room, it could be a reading nook, it could be a storage area, it could even be like a playroom if you have a kid. For us, it worked best because it allowed us to have 2 different work from home areas, and we are really happy about it. Coming from Tom's office over here and the living room that we first explored, this is our dining room. So this dining table, as well as the chairs, also brought from our previous home. They are all from IKEA. We have these beautiful wood panels. These are from Analeaf. They react to sound, to music, the environment basically. And we have this extra chair now. This is Julia's high chair. This is from Lalo. I think it goes great with the apartment. We really love it. And in the middle here, we have this screen. This is a Pixel tablet. You'll see that across the apartment, we have lots of Google Homes. We love being able to say, hey Google, what's the weather today?
Today in Queens, it'll be sunny.
We love being able to see photos of our memories, of our trips. You can also use it to watch YouTube, to watch Netflix. We live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. This is roughly around 1,000 square feet. Our apartment is located in Long Island City. So if you watch my previous videos, you would know that we used to live in Long Island City before from 2016 till 2019. So we came back to the neighborhood. To be honest, I was not quite sure to move back to the same area when we were first looking for an apartment because I wanted to explore other neighborhoods in New York City. But when touring apartments in other areas like Brooklyn or Manhattan, or we also went to Jersey City, I felt like the amount of space that we got for the amount of money that we pay here, we couldn't get that anywhere else. So our monthly rent here is $5,500, which for a 2-bedroom the size that we have is a really good price. And not only that, but we also got all the amenities in the building included. So we have a gym that has a pool, that has a sauna, that has a basketball court. We also have a huge lobby, a dedicated living room area where you can work from, dining space where you could host a party or a birthday. We also have a game room where you have a pool table and arcade games. So really there's a lot of things included in this price that really make it worth it. And not only that, but Long Island City as a neighborhood really grew a lot from when we first lived here. Now the area has a Trader Joe's. We also got a Target fairly recently. So I feel like it is really transforming and we're getting more stores, more options, more restaurants, more things to do in general. So I really do not regret moving back to Long Island City and choosing this neighborhood for our second apartment here in New York City. But not only that, but it's really so well connected. We are right across the street from the 7 train, the E train, and the MF trains. Those trains take you into Manhattan in just 1 stop or 3 stops. So think about between 5 and 10 minutes. You can be right in the middle of Midtown or right in Grand Central, which is really useful for work, for doctor's appointments, for whatever you might need. And if you walk a couple blocks, you can get to Queensboro and you get some of the yellow lines that also take you into Manhattan. So I feel like overall, compared to some neighborhoods that are really close by, Long Island City is really well connected. And that is only the trains. You also have the ferry that takes you across the water, and it's a really nice walkable area. Lots of families, lots of dogs. So I would say that after living here for a total of 5 years, 3 in our previous apartment and 2 in this apartment, I am really happy with the neighborhood. You're going to see lots of prints across the apartment. Some of them, like these photos in black and white in the back, those I took them, but some others are prints that we got either on IKEA or on websites on the internet. Everything will be linked down below in case you want to get the same ones. In this hallway, we have these 2 cabinets. We had them in our previous apartment as well. We have, I would say, lots of things in there. I have like microphones, lenses, but I also have dry shampoo and conditioner. So it's like very random. We have our books on top of it, some cameras, some photos with Julia, a Lego of New York City. And on the right of this cabinets, we have our Dyson, then our mop, our iRobot mop, and on the left, we have our iRobot vacuum. So we have everything that keeps the house clean is here on this hallway. Now towards your right, this is one of the bathrooms, a guest bathroom. This door leads to the office, and this door back here leads to our main bedroom with our main bathroom. And this door, in case you're wondering, it's a coat closet. We are going to head into the office first. I said office, but this is actually my office / Julia's bedroom or Julia's nursery. Towards the left of this room, we have Julia's crib, we have some photos over there, and we have her dresser. So actually this room, when we first moved here, when we first toured the apartment, we thought of this second bedroom as my office. This would be the place where I would work, edit videos, where I would also film. And it worked like that for about a year and a half. And then on November of 2022, Julia was born, and when she was around 6 months, babies are usually old enough to sleep on their own, so we decided to transition her from sleeping in our bedroom to sleeping on her own here. So I did like a little remodel of the space. I moved my desk around from one spot to another. We built this crib with our own hands. It was not that hard. We also built this dresser. Both the crib and the dresser, they are from Baby Leto. And as I mentioned before, we do plan to give Julia her own space when we move next. The second bedroom will be only Julia's bedroom. I would definitely move out my desk from there. And on the other side of the room, we have my area, meaning my office, my desk. Most of the furniture that you will see, we brought them from our previous place. The only new thing that we got was this chair, which I wouldn't say that I love, but it has worked. We also got this new monitor a couple of weeks ago and some new lights. This is the space that I use for most of my YouTube videos. You always see these nano leaf lights in the background as well. And I have some decorations and like little trinkets, illustrations that I got done at events, some gifts, some PR products. I have some treats for Oreo here and my jewelry, and this storage right behind me. Most of them is filled with beauty products, skincare, makeup, and then some of my camera equipment like microphones. So I would say everything that I need when it comes to work, which is either YouTube or my Instagram or any of my social media, everything is right here. And I really like this place because I'm able to sit down here and literally see all of New York from these windows. I can see the Empire State and I can see the One World Trade Center. It really is the absolute best view. Last few things before we move on. We have this closet here. This closet is all mine, and I would say it's like my main closet is where I have all my dresses and shirts and blazers and sweaters, sweatshirts, basically everything. I then have my sunglasses on display over here, and I have an Alex drawer and our printer here next to the door. And now time to go to the main bedroom and main bathroom. So follow me. This bedroom has the absolute best views probably from any bedroom we've ever had in the past and probably any bedroom that we will have in the future. We have lots of natural light coming in, and it's not only that it has a great view, but it's also pretty spacious. We can fit a king-size bed in here with 2 bedside tables and also a dresser, and we also have an armchair in the corner. This one you have probably seen it before because I usually sit here to film my videos for YouTube. And the great thing about this is that you can use it as an extra seating space, but not only that, but it turns into a bed, a single bed. And we have had friends and family stay over and sleep here, not here, but on the other room, but on this. So I feel like if you have a small space, this that transforms into something else and that can be used for 2 different functions, it's really useful. I will be linking it down below in case you want to get it. Above the bed, we have these 2 prints. We actually got this ones with our first New York City apartment. So before moving in together, my husband and I, we were actually in a long distance relationship for about 3 years. So when we were doing long distance, I used to live in Buenos Aires in Argentina, and he used to live in Portland in the west coast of the US. So when we finally got together living in the same city, same time zone, same everything, we got these prints that represented in a way our previous lives, and we still have them. And these are actually metal. They are from display, so you just need a magnet and you stick them to the wall. So really useful in that sense. Another thing that I wanted to mention about this apartment is the light that we get and the views. So if you live in the northern hemisphere and you want a sunny and bright apartment, you usually go for southern exposure. That's how you get the most sunlight. But in our case, we actually have western exposure. But since we are really high up and we don't really have any other high buildings nearby, we not only get this amazing view of Manhattan, but we also get the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So during sunrise, the sun comes out from like behind us and makes all the buildings go a shade of yellow or gold, and it's really beautiful. And then at this time during sunset, the sun sets behind all the buildings in Manhattan, and during summer you have all these pink hues and oranges and yellows. Really beautiful. I don't even know how many photos or how many videos of sunrises and sunsets I have on my phone because I've taken so many, and I feel like it's one of the things that I will definitely miss the most from this apartment when we finally move out, as well as this warm gold light that we get that really makes our whole place look even more beautiful. And this is how you get to our main bathroom, which is funny because if you open the bedroom door and then the closet door, yeah, get trapped. Don't do that. So this is our walk-in closet. We share this one with Tom, so he gets some space in our apartment. We have this huge monstera. This one used to be in my office, but when we decided to share that with Julia, we didn't have space for it in there, so not the best place, but we're working with what we have. And then we get to the main bathroom. So the bathroom, you have already seen it in some of my videos. I have filmed my skincare routines and my shower routines in here and some of my vlogs. So this is an area that you already know. I feel like there's not much to say when it comes to a bathroom. We all have them, we all use them, we know how that works. The only thing I would say about this bathroom in particular is that I love this mirror. It's really, really big, but when we first toured the apartment, I was like trying to pull it from the wall, trying to figure out if there was like a huge vanity behind it. There is not. And I almost had like an accident doing that because it is kind of loose. So don't do that. We do have a small vanity right behind the door with another mirror. So I don't know what the idea was behind this. I would say that this is mainly my bathroom and Tom uses the guest one. And now I also share it with Julia because we give her daily bath in here because it's the only one that has a bathtub. Now that we got to the farthest end of the apartment, we're gonna go back to the beginning and to the entrance. What I call our entryway. It doesn't really have like a specific purpose or area or anything, but for us at least is really useful because here we store all of our shoes. So we have these 3 cabinets, they all have shoes in them, and then we also have these cabinets on my right, they have more shoes. We probably have way too many shoes, mainly my fault, but we have them here really close to the entrance door because our house is a no shoes household. So if you were to come here as a visitor, as a guest, I would say please remove your shoes at the door. So having them right when you exit is the perfect location. And also we have a mirror so you can check on your outfit before heading out the door. And we have some decorations, we have some photos, we have some illustrations, we have some memories from trips that we took together. We have this cute little thing that Tom's sister gave us. We have a porcelain Oreo and a plate. And here we have these 2 boxes. One is mine, one is Tom, where we have our wallet and some things that you need before heading out. And this, I don't love how this looks, to be honest. We have our beanies. I wish there was like a better way to organize this. I want to be able to see them because I like wearing different colors of beanies every day, but also not look bad. So if you have any ideas, please let me know down below in the comments or something like that. And now to the final part of our apartment, the kitchen. So as you might remember, we entered through the front door, which is over there, and we had our kitchen. We're back in the kitchen now. I think that this kitchen is probably my least favorite part of the apartment. I've mentioned how much I love the living room area, how much I love the office and the bedroom, and you have seen the amount of natural light that you have in there, and you can see the lack of natural light in here. But the amount of kitchen cabinets that we have, we can store all of my Starbucks mugs, which if you've been following me for a while, you know that there's over 100 Starbucks mugs. I don't think that I would be able to store all of those in any other kitchen. We have our fridge with lots of photos. We have photos going from when Julia was 1 month old until when she was 12 months old, so a year. We have some photos when I was pregnant, when Julia was born, so that's really cute, really nice memories. We have, of course, our coffee machine. You know that if you're watching an apartment tour of mine, there's gonna be a coffee machine. We're gonna have the coffee capsules, we're gonna have that, and of course we're gonna have the caramel because I love my caramel macchiatos. We also have our kettle. We brought both of these appliances from Germany, and we have our sink here, an oven, a microwave. I don't think there's much to explain. When you're in a kitchen, you know how this works. Something that you might not see on every kitchen is we have this tower here that has all of Julia's bottles. It is a great place to dry them. Before having this, we used to lay them out in the open and it would take up so much counter space, which you can tell we don't have a lot of counter space to prep food, to cut, to do all that. So when we found this vertical tower, that was a gift. I will link it down below because this is really useful. And I feel like that is it. That brings us to the end of our apartment tour. I really hope you liked it. I really hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you're still not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for new videos. Bye! I'll see you in the next one.